Brain candy time again. Lucky you. So this brain candy is about why the sun in our sky burns. So why the sun burns? Big ball of fire in sky. To explain something we're not sure of, we should start with something we are sure of. So let's start with good old home, planet Earth. There we are. Oh, I can almost see my house from up here. So gravity, right? Gravity is mass attracting mass. It's like a vacuum cleaner, right? They pull on each other. That's a natural physical fact. So what happens with the Earth interacts with an asteroid of some type, right? There's just a big chunk of rock floating around in space. But when it hits the atmosphere of the Earth, it catches on fire. It burns when it hits the atmosphere, right? The atmosphere molecules heat up to the point where whatever it is that is falling towards the Earth literally burns. There's a better picture. That looks like the one that took out the dinosaurs. You got it? So anything entering the Earth's atmosphere will burn. That's what we know. We're going to apply that to Sol. That is the name of our sun, if you didn't know that, Sol. So there's our sun. It's big. That's us. That's Earth. Let me get a little circle around that. That's us. We are about that big compared to the sun. See that? It's like comparing a blue whale to an ant. But the ant would be itty bitty. Be smaller than that. Be so small you couldn't even see them, okay? So this is the Earth. This is the sun. Let's get some facts about the sun. It is big. It can hold 1.3 million Earths. It contains practically all of the mass in our solar system. The gravity of the sun is 28 times that of Earth. That's a lot, 28 times the gravity. If you weighed 100 pounds on Earth, on the sun, you would weigh 2,800 pounds. The example would be if you weighed 100 pounds on Earth, you would weigh as much as a car on the sun. That is a lot. So the sun is the biggest vacuum cleaner in the entire solar system. It's pulling everything in. Here's my theory is what if it had an atmosphere? Say that again. What if the sun had an atmosphere? The same thing would happen, right? All these asteroids, and there's a lot of asteroids out there, believe it or not, they're all heading directly to the sun. Same thing would happen. If they hit the atmosphere of the sun, the matter that has any mass will burn. Burn, baby, burn. And there's a lot of mass. There's a lot of mass in our solar system. There's a lot of mass in space. And let's talk about dark matter, recently discovered 20, 30 years ago. Dark matter. It's there in the universe, but you can't see it. So now they think that over half of all the mass in the universe is dark matter where we can't see it. But again, if it's mass, it's being attracted by other mass. So this is my theory why the sun burns. Because it has an atmosphere and it has lots and lots of incoming mass, all the physical mass that we can see and all the dark matter mass that we cannot see. So it's got this constant flow. It's acting like a giant drain or like a black hole, except for when the matter hits the atmosphere, it burns. So if it has an atmosphere, that means there could be life on the sun. But let's remember that 2,800 times the gravity of Earth, the sun people would be flat. They'd be flat life. So again, with such force of gravity, they would probably look like pyramids, probably something like that, real flat. And I seriously doubt if they move anywhere. Or They could be pancake people. Eh. It's amazing what you can find in Google Images these days. So just think about the pancake people and the pyramid people. When they look up to their sky, what would they see? They would see an orange sky. From their view, the other side of the fire would just be orange. So that's my theory of why the sun burns. If you didn't know what the current theory is, it's because of, see, this is a picture. There's the core there. The current theory of why the sun burns is because of pressure caused by gravity. What it's doing is it's squishing hydrogen atoms into helium atoms. So hydrogen atom has one proton, one electron. Helium has two protons and two electrons. So what happens is it releases energy which floats to the surface, but it takes a long, long time for that energy to get to the surface. Once it does, it's released as flame, as fire. That's what we're seeing. That's the current theory. So it's like believing that 1 billion atomic bombs are constantly going off in the sun for the last 5 billion years. It's called nuclear fission or nuclear fusion. I forget which is which. It depends which book you read, too. They both get flip-flopped around a lot. But that's my theory, and that's the current theory. So, you have freedom to believe whatever you want. Which one do you believe? There's our sun, and there's everybody else, all the planets. I've always loved the solar system. That's it. MGZ, out.